I'm going to show you an art photo edit in Darktable. I'm on Darktable 3.8.1 on Ubuntu Studio 22.04 Linux distribution. I don't think if this is an art photo, I'm not really sure, but what I mean with this and with art photo here is that it doesn't have a specific in focus or subject in the image, and it's a lot more difficult to edit a photo that does not have something you concentrate on. Okay, this has the end of the lupin. I don't know what it's called in English, but the flower here and the end of it is so and so in focus. But the point of this photo is the out of focus areas and the bokeh balls, and in combination with the round forms of the lupin. So with more ordinary photos you have a special subject that you can work on and you know what to do. But with these art photos or more artsy photos, there is no specific way to do and what to do. So that they are in principle a bit more or more difficult to do. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do here, but I think most of it is going to be colors and how to work with colors with black and white, or less saturation, or even gray colors only, or gray. So the point of this image is the bokeh and in combination with the round forms. So it's more of a graphical image than an image of something, even if you can see the subject. But we'll see what happens. It's shot with the Lumix S5, the Mark I original one, and with a vintage lens, which you can see in the image. It's quite blurry and bokeh, and there's a bit of swirl also, I think. But we'll see what happens. As I mentioned in previous videos, I often use contrasting tools to find a balance in the edit. But here I'm not really sure if that's when you use the contrasting tools, that's when you work with the middle gray and focus point areas. But here I think we'll have to do it a bit differently. So many times I use soft then, but this is quite soft already, and I have these two base presets that I can start working with. You can see the settings here, and yeah, I don't use them straight. I use parametric masks to define where the effect is. But I think we can use this and we can work on it later, but we'll take a bit of it from the highlights. think I aim to do so that I have this part that's partly in focus with a lot less saturation, and try to enhance this background blur and graphic form. This is a lot more difficult than ordinary photo, as I mentioned already. This is the artistic part. I think I can use the local contrast I have two presets here, and also a fine that I use almost in every photo. That's nearly, it doesn't do that much, but I think here we can use you can see the settings here are more powerful. So we can get the graphical characteristics of the background here. Okay, I think we'll go back to this and we'll use Highpass. These are the tools I use in almost every photo, but I think we can push it a bit more, and we'll use a drawn mask, or a combination of a drawn mask and a parametric mask. Take this one out. That, and if we enhance the blur area a bit, so we can have all of this part out of but now it's in. We have to change the polarity of the mask that way. So we are masking this part with a drawn mask out of the effect that's affecting the other part. And then we can take some, if we would like to have some of it in the shadow, so you can see it doesn't affect the highlight parts, but it gives the shadow part some more structure. Okay, that's looking quite interesting, and we are looking for something interesting and beautiful in this photo, not just nature-like. Okay, I think we'll put some color in this Velvia preset of Velvia I use almost in every photo, but not straight. I've tried to find the mid-tone bias part that works best for the photo. That's there, and then I use parametric masks to even take out. I have to take the color out of the highlights, so it's more in the shadows. So I'm aiming for this structure in the green and in the white, and combined with the round forms of the flower. That was the first color part with Velvia. Then we'll I think we'll use monochrome, and now I'm trying to affect this part, but I can look. This is sort of the color channels. When you have black and white, you have red, green, and blue, and with this you can sort of navigate through them in. So when you separate channels, you can use this. Okay, that looks quite nice, and then I'll use the same mask as in the Highpass. So okay, it takes the parametric mask also with it. We don't want that. Yeah. You can delete the mask with right click. Okay. I'm not really liking how this affects it. I think we'll do just one really straight line, yeah, and then use the blur a bit more, change these, I'm not going to use it so heavily. I think we have to be more in the, yeah, that's more like it. And we'll take out the shadows. No, it's not. So yeah, I had an idea for this photo, that is to get this powerful colors and graphical forms combined with a sort of grayness in the first one. I think we'll have to take quite a lot out of it here, and then now we're heading somewhere, I think. starting to work in an interesting way. And if we then press up the colors of the other parts, you'll see. We'll take down the lightness of these colors, pinkish colors. Yeah, but only them. I think we can take up the lightness from the greens a bit. As you can see, this art or artsy photos, these aren't easy. It's much easier to edit a photo that has a subject. But this is also why I wanted to do a photo like this, because it's so different from a more ordinary photo. And we push up the pinkies, yeah. This is more what I'm looking for, and I think we push up the greens also, even if they are lighter. See if you take down the yellows. Not that much. So it's becoming more of an abstract painting, this one, or perhaps a bit impressionistic sort of a thing. I think we'll play around a bit with shadows and highlights. More of the graphical out of this image. Okay, so I like the graphical part of this, but the colors need a lot more. Trying to find a balance in there. That's quite nice there. I think I'll duplicate this. Shadows and highlights, yeah, and do with the compression, do one for the shadow parts. With parametric mask, so this only affects the shadow parts. Like that, and I'll duplicate it and do one with affects the highlight parts and change the compression here. Yeah. And as I mentioned before, in my opinion, editing and photographing, it's all about the feeling and your soul and the soul of the image. If you do the photos and editing mechanically, it's mechanical, and the beholder or the one who watches and sees the image cannot get the human part of it. So, and in these AI times, I think that's something to consider. I might be wrong, but shall we see if how this works. So the highlights, compression, does that, and the shadow compression does that with the same two instances of the same. So now we have quite heavy graphical artifacting or forms. So now I think we'll have to work with the colors quite a lot still. I think we can just push saturation up in the whole image quite a lot, like that, and then we'll do color correction. Now we want some more blue in the highlights, and then we're not after the greens. Yeah. That's way too much. Way too much. What more to do? And then we take out most of it. Now this parametric mask works also as a way to smoothen the harsh changes and artifacts, but as we want the harsh graphical artifacting here, it's not that important. Effect is light now. Perhaps we'll flip around it so it affects only on the highest highlights and the deepest shadows. You can flip the parametric mask from here. We don't want that much blue. We want some blue, but okay. We'll go to the extremes here. I think we'll do the extremes here also. You can't see anything else. There is no input coming from it. No, that doesn't work. This is quite nice, this, but it needs some. Perhaps we'll try another blend mode. Okay. Is this too much? Just a hint in the highlights of the blue. As I said, these art photos or artsy photos, they are difficult. Really, really difficult. I think we'll have to work with the monochrome a bit. No, it has to be only a bit of the colorless. I think there's too much color with the greens. So take down a bit from, yeah, now it's starting to look like something. The saturation push here, and we'll take out a bit from the highlights. We'll take out it perhaps from the shadows also. Candy colors. Now it's starting to look like something. We can go back with also tones and push up the greens back a bit. Like that. Perhaps we'll try to get the pink parts or magenta parts isolated a bit more, so they are more graphical. It's better with the smoother, a bit smoother. This is a lot about the colors, this image, and how you get them to work together. Okay, now I'm starting to feel something in this image. It takes you in the photo. Now we're getting a bit closer, and it's all just colors, saturation, as most of it is, and contrast to get the graphical parts. I think it's quite nice. Now, yeah, we'll do a vignette. And one thing that it's wonderful is that you can also use the parametric masks in the Vignette. so you can affect only the highlights or the shadows or vice versa. Here I think I have some brightness and some saturation. Scale down into that. And then a bit more saturation. Some more brightness. Scale it down a bit more. And then use the parametric mask. I think we'll take out from the shadows. Saturation a bit more. This photo is extreme, as it's an art or arts photo. Thereabouts. I think there is something in this photo now. Okay, it was messed. This photo was a mess in that the bokeh parts and the bubbles and the blurred areas were so dominant. But I've used that, and that was the point of the photo in the beginning when I took it, to get that graphical extreme bokeh and effect. I think that's it. Okay, we'll try one thing till that's rotate and perspective a tiny bit. Okay, yeah, tiny. There, and other than that, when you rotate, you need to crop a bit also. If you have composed the photo quite nicely when you have taken it. It was quite nice already, but tiny changes. Yeah. I think we'll take out a bit more from the lower parts. And this, you have to remember that when you have vignetting and other stuff, and when you do cropping here, it should and affects also the vignette, so it becomes a bit smaller, it also. So when you have this in the original, the way I took the photo, it enhances the swirl. You can see, and when I crop, the swirl diminishes a bit. So you have more this, that's in the focus, okay. Yeah. I think we don't crop and rotate, because here you have the round movement going, and it clips a bit, it takes a bit off it when you crop and rotate it. It's better like this, even if the subject is a bit, oh, there isn't a subject, that's the point. The subject is the graphical part of it. And as you also perhaps noticed, that when I did the cropping and the perspective or rotating, now the focus is more on this. So it changes the way one, or at least I react to the graphical nature of the image. And what kind of photographer or an editor, photo editor, do other than depend on his or her own feelings and eyes. So I think I don't go with crop and rotate. Yeah. Perhaps these are completely trivial stuff to most of people, but I wanted to work on this photo just to do these things that you don't often see, and people mostly use presets or some sort of filters, and you can see the workmanship that goes into editing photos. This isn't artificial intelligence, this isn't Photoshop layers, this is one raw photo that has been taken with a special lens to get the blur and the structure in the background, and then you enhance these parts with your own skills in the development part of the image. And I think this is more what photography is about, not just pushing the button to take an image. This is the art of photography, and the skill of the photographer, not just to be in a place and take an image. Just how you take the image and how you process the image. I use watermarks in. I'll put a watermark in. Okay, I can do it still in this one, but if this would be more of the art one or art photo, perhaps this wouldn't need and shouldn't get a watermark. But if you put it on the web, you should put a watermark on it. And I think if I put a watermark on it, the swirl and the movement of the image does not like it, but I'll show you just how I would do it. Yeah, it affects the swirl, but it's not that bad, so I'll show you. So as I've seen in the other one, I have my logos as watermarks here in different colors, so for different kind of images with different colors and contrasts I can use different watermarks. But I think we can have this. It doesn't affect the swirl that much as the logo also has some round form. So okay, that was an art photo edit in Darktable, or an artsy one, and the point of this photo edit was to show you how you can work with images that does not have a specific subject, and where the aim and point of the photo is the graphical nature that you can get with certain lenses or certain photographic techniques. So that's it. Thanks.